Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of Tat-Talk. My name is Remi and today I'm here with Jason. Jason is a tattoo artist here, a little Tokyo. How you going?
Hungry.
You're hungry?
Just a little.
We're going to have a chat. Cool. So you specialise in Japanese style tattoos?
Yep.
So how did you come to that conclusion that you wanted to do that? How did it develop? What did you start doing at the start?
Well, I thought Japanese tattoos looked the best. It's probably like the most eye-catching style, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's very popular as well.
It is popular.
So,
did you start getting Japanese tattoos before you decided that you wanted to do that style?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who's done most of your body?
So, Ryan Usher.
Yep.
So, I found him on Instagram and I just wanted to wear it,
Yeah.
his style.
He's done some cool
look.
stuff.
Yeah,
Really
he has a
cool
very particular style, so I was like, man, this is awesome. Like, there was no doubt in my mind, like, that's what I wanted on my skin. So that was the first tattoo I got.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're pretty much working on a bodysuit, aren't you?
I am.
So what did you first start with? What section?
The arm.
The arm, yeah.
This arm. Yep.
Gnarly. And so what have you got done now, all up?
I started my back, well, I got some small tattoos.
Oh
from
yeah, little
Yaki.
guys. Yep.
Blake Santos, Yakisoba.
Cool.
And then I had a bit of a break for about 6-7 years because I was working on my apprenticeship,
Yeah.
and then I did my back.
Yeah, well, you finished that quite recently, or was that your front you finished recently?
Both.
Both,
They,
yeah.
they were
Yeah.
kind of both like at the same time.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Like right after the other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
So, Japanese tattooing has a lot of history and there's a lot to learn, obviously. So, have you had to read heaps of books? Have you just kind of like spoken to other tattoo artists in the industry to kind of develop your style
Yeah.
and what you like doing?
Yeah, I read some books. Like, I did a lot of research on my own. Also, asked as many people
Yeah.
for knowledge as possible, That's why, like, I got into a professional, like, apprenticeship because I wanted to do everything, like, properly and, like, learn from the best and, I didn't want to do it on my own and, like,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's like a lot of, like when people would see like a sleeve or like a back piece or something, there's a lot of like stories behind every Japanese tattoo. Like there's a time, like there's a reason that certain things are in certain places, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of rules.
Yeah, the rules. Yeah,
The
like
rules,
I've heard
yeah.
Reese talk to Adele and like other artists here before about like kois have like a certain look to them and like
Yeah.
waves have a certain way of
Yeah.
going, or like
Yeah.
wind bars.
Yeah.
That stuff
Yeah.
obviously would take a while to learn,
Yeah.
to put it all together.
Yeah, and like once you have that knowledge, like you just have a better understanding of it, and I guess you just
Well, you just know, I guess you just apply
you just
it
know
to-
it. You just
yeah.
apply it better.
Yeah.
Once you understand it, you're not just doing things for no reason, and it becomes more enjoyable because you have a deeper
Of
understanding
course,
of
yeah.
it.
Master the craft, yeah.
Yeah, learn everything about it.
So another thing I wanted to touch on was longevity of tattoos, what can help, because I feel like, well, I've heard before in Australia, obviously, our sun's gnarly, so that can fuck up your tattoos quite quickly.
Yeah.
What are your like recommendations to help with the longevity of people's tattoos?
Ooh.
Like healing, even like years later?
Yeah, right. So obviously, like tattooing, you got to think about like what heals and what like about the longevity, so the detail
Yeah.
and the placement, and yeah, obviously, like, you gotta wear sunscreen,
I feel like tattoos, yeah,
but
well, you should wear
You
sunscreen.
should wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
If you're in the sun, like, you know, all day, probably should put on a bit of sunscreen.
Yeah. I feel like back in
I
the
know
day...
people don't, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like that's an underrated, like, a key component to keeping a tattoo looking good.
Yeah.
Is wearing sunscreen.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
kind of make or break. Well,
Yeah.
the sun slowly destroys your tattoo.
Oh, that's probably like the number one thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, because Australians as well, like, even tradies and stuff have pretty gnarly skin because of the years
Yeah.
and years of no sunscreen.
Yeah.
Not a liquid moisturiser, just like
Yeah.
extreme sun exposure.
Yeah. And what we love tanning, don't we?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think, can you still tan when you wear sunscreen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
To an
yeah.
extent.
Yeah. It just blocks the UV rays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Because I remember back in the day, people would like cover themselves in oil and like go to the beach and lay down to get tan quicker.
yeah, yeah,
And now
yeah.
they look 85.
But man, like if you don't put on sunscreen and tan, you probably, you know,
Severe sunburn.
yeah, just or skin cancer, like
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
early. Yeah. What is the percentage of skin cancer in Australia? A lot.
I don't know.
You know.
It'd probably be
I think
quite
it's very
high.
Yeah, it is.
And I wonder, in comparison to other places, how bad it is. Or like the people that have it and don't know. I probably have it. You probably have it. Who knows? Yes, it's like, just took it for-
no, yeah, no.
I wear sunscreen, so it's fine.
Me too.
So another thing I wanted to talk about was when it goes into designing sleeves and back pieces and torsos, like what is like the process from the start to the finish? Like person comes in for a consult, do you like trace, like what happens?
Well, firstly, I find out what they want, and then once I find out exactly what they want, I would try to find out what they want before they come in, so that I can probably draw something up for them,
Yeah.
and just to show them an idea, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I can, I will.
Do people generally like your ideas when they come in? Or like do people
Yeah, like if
often-
it's very specific, or if it's like a cover up, it's kind of like very specific. Because I do a lot of cover ups right now.
You do,
Yeah,
yeah.
and reworks and this and that.
Yeah.
So it's like very specific.
Well, I guess in cover-ups they kind of not stuck, but they kind of have to take your opinion
Yeah,
to figure out
exactly.
what's gonna work.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting with cover-ups. Hey, like I think it's hard for some people to grasp that you can't put like, it has to be quite big and bold to cover something and
Yeah.
quite large.
Yeah. They're scared like it'll just look like a big black thing.
Yeah, no, you're really good at reworking those kind of ones. It's impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, but like, so even designing a back piece, like how long would it take to do that?
Designing a back piece, okay, well, you know what, to be honest, I haven't done much back pieces.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
actually done just one.
Yeah.
I will be doing my first one this Friday, actually.
Oh, sick. So, okay, well, so have you prepared for that yet? Like, have you done your
yeah, I've
designs?
done a drawing for it. I just gotta blow it up
Yeah.
and refine it.
Have they seen it yet?
Yeah, they've seen it on the consult day because I drew something up for him before the consult.
Yeah.
And then I measured his back and then, yeah.
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 Oh, cool.
It's a way someone has taught me, Reese,
Yeah.
and it makes sense because like you kind of like if you can prepare it before they come in, you know, and they see it and they're impressed by it,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I feel like then they
it's
trust
a good
you.
start, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the last question I wanted to say, if I had to get a Japanese tattoo right now, like
Yeah.
a badass tattoo, what would you do and where would you put it?
A badass tattoo.
Yeah.
Well, how big do you want to go?
Let's say a sleeve. What would you put on
sleeve.
me?
Well, you already got a snake.
Yeah.
Okay. A badass. Well, it's like, what are the options here? You got hanyas, you got onis, you got. And what kind of background do you want? You want waves? You want clouds?
Up
you know?
to you. What would
want
you
to
do? What would just be like a sleeve that you'd love to do right now? You don't even know straight out of a Christian?
There's so many cool things.
Dragon.
Well, yeah, I've been doing a lot of dragons.
You
lately.
have been doing heaps of dragons, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Let's do a dragon.
Do dragon?
Yeah.
Fuck
Well,
yeah.
thanks for watching, pals. Our 10 minutes is up.
Oh, it's awesome.
Cool. Yeah. See you next time. Thanks, Jason.
See ya.
Okay.